Blog Talk Radio. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. Wait. Hello everyone. I'm writer, author, and producer Yvonne Luttrell. Guys, as always, I want to thank you guys so much for tuning into my show. Guys and dolls, remember, if you have a show idea,
You got the giggles tonight. What's happening? Say show idea and what now?
Okay. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe this. Okay, guys and dolls, remember, if you have a show idea, or if you would like to be a guest on my show, or if you would like for me to be a guest on your show, you guys can contact me on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, or Instagram at Yvonne Luttrell. And also, guys, if you would like to be a guest and call in live, the number here for you to call in is 914-205. Again, that number is 914-205-54.
And this is live. We is all the way live.
Oh my God.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is George.
Oh my God.
And we vibing here on Yvonne Luttrell podcast, y'all.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe it. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I did this. Okay, wait, I'm getting it together.
It's all good. It's live radio. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh my gosh, right. Okay, so guys, before I introduce my special guest, oh my gosh, hold on one second. Guys and dolls, please go ahead and check out D. Sanders. He has a book called The Bait and Switch. Again, that's D. Sanders, The Bait and Switch. His book is available on Amazon.com, The Bait and Switch. Unleash, Beware of Deal Makers. Again, that's D. Sanders. And also, guys, check out Nicholas Solican. He has a book, Infatuated with the Streets. Again, that's Nicholas Solican, Infatuated with the Streets. So, guys and dolls, I have a very special guest, and his name is George Washington. And I'm actually interviewing him right now. He's in a hospital, and he is going to be having a heart transplant. So, hold on, let me, there's some questions that I'm going to ask him. And
hey, what's up, everybody?
Okay. Oh, and thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming on the show. I really appreciate that.
For sure. I'm glad to be here.
And I'm so glad to have you. So, okay, so now the first question that I want to ask, and I'm definitely sorry to hear about your condition. I heard that you were going to have a heart transplant. So can you explain that to me and to the listeners out there?
Well, basically what it is, I mean, it's one of those, it's a hereditary heart condition. A lot of us black folks, we don't always know exactly what's wrong with us until we go see a doctor. And some of us are so ignorant that we don't go see a doctor. So y'all need to go out there and get yourself seen by your doctors. Make sure you're well taken care of, because life is beautiful and life is short. But you got to take care of the life you live in, you know what I'm saying? So you can live long and healthy and prosper and get this money, because that's what I'm about. That's why they call me Dollar.
Right.
For the most part, yeah, I mean, it's long and short of it is that I am waiting on a heart transplant. What congestive heart failure is it's my heart is weak. My heart basically is operating at less than 10%. of the amount of strength that a normal heart would produce. So I'm pretty weak, most of the time. Yeah, and it's a little bit tough to have a normal life, but you wouldn't know it looking at me because
you definitely wouldn't. I definitely can't tell. No one could.
Right. I mean, you have to have a positive mental attitude about it, and you can hide a lot. I'm quite sure we all know that by having a great attitude. So yeah, but it starts with that, and just pay attention to the signs, and so that it doesn't happen to you.
Well, how long have you been dealing with this problem?
Well, like I say, it's congenital, meaning it's hereditary. I've had this problem pretty much my whole life. It wasn't until after I came out of the military, after serving 3 tours, 2 in Iraq and 1 in Afghanistan, that when I came home, I started to become symptomatic. Basically mean I started to feel it. You know what I mean? Like I started to get weak. I started to get lightheaded. I mean, you can Google all the symptoms pretty much. That's pretty much what I'm dealing with. It's just like, your body gets weak and then all of a sudden you feel 100 pounds heavier than what you would feel normally. So it just makes life a little bit difficult. But like I say, you wouldn't tell because, I've been keeping myself together at least for the most part. But the long and short of it is that you can't really run from it. The fix for this problem is heart transplant. So that's why I'm here at Cleveland Clinic Hospital awaiting a transplant. And it could be by the end of this show, I could be getting a transplant or first thing in the morning. At any time between now and when God says it's time, they can call me to the operating room and we can get started. So y'all keep me in your prayers.
Definitely in our prayers. And also, as far as the symptoms, what are the main symptoms that you would say to look for?
Well, like I say, I mean, the general overall weakness, lightheadedness, dizziness, dehydration. Your appetite could be worse. I mean, meaning you won't have an appetite. And it's just, you don't have the energy to be able to move around like a normal person who doesn't have a heart problem. So that, that's pretty much how that works. I mean, you don't know it until you have been checked out and, have blood work and seeing your doctors and for them to tell you where you stand. But definitely a good idea to get checked. Everyone should do that, definitely.
Well, how are you feeling now being isolated in the hospital waiting on the transplant?
Oh, man, it's lonely as hell. I mean, I ain't never been to prison, but this is the closest thing to jail I guess I pray I ever get. I'm in this bitch locked up like Akon.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? And they won't let me go nowhere because they don't want me to run into any problems with germs and, just everyday life. Working too much or pushing myself, which is what I've been doing. So, yeah, I mean, I've just been kind of hang in there and do what the doctors say and get what the doctor ordered, which is a transplant.
Well, when did you first find out about the heart condition?
Like I said, when I came home back in 2003 from the military from Fort Hood, Texas. I want to say maybe around a couple of years after I was discharged, probably somewhere around 2010. Basically, I was out and just living life. You know what I'm saying? Thought everything was good. I was hanging out in the in the malls in Walmart, and I just literally passed out. Like I never passed out ever before, ever, and I didn't know what that feeling felt like. And, I just sat down, and I don't know. They say I just went like I fell asleep. I'm in Walmart, shopping like an average nigga, just, vibing or whatever. So I was like, oh, shit, I got to sit the fuck down. And
oh, my God.
So, yeah, I can't even remember who I was with, at the time. But it was stressful for, me and my family for a little bit until we figured out what the problem was.
Well, how has this affected your life?
Yeah, I mean, I've kind of sort of gotten used to it. It's basically who I am. It's what I've had to deal with most of my life, but didn't realize it until you know, the last maybe 10 years, 12 years that I had a problem. Because I kept myself in good shape. I took care of myself for the most part. Yeah, I mean, I'm like everybody else. I smoke weed. I smoke weed like a chimney, like I was Bob Marley or somebody. But at the same time, like, it wasn't helping me. It was kind of,
right.
You know what I'm saying, making all of those symptoms come about. Basically, it sped up the process. So, I mean, all y'all want to smoke weed, all y'all want to get high and all of that shit, but I don't recommend it, honestly. Because whatever you're dealing with, it's just going to speed up the process, and you don't know what your problem is until you run into that problem most of the time. So,
is that the only drug that you ever used?
For sure. I don't drink. I'm like the average nigga. I don't drink. I smoke. Or I used to. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, that's what that is.
Do you believe that your military career could have played a part with your health today, and why not?
That, yeah, I mean, and the fact that, you know, simply because, I mean, the stress of life, too, and all the pressure that I put on myself as a man, black man in society, I mean, we all know what that is. I mean, you know, and, yeah, I mean, all the exercise and all the stress, all the pressure, all of the things I've had to endure, basically, in life, yeah, it has something to do with it. I won't say that it was just the military. It's just living life alone. But, of course, yeah, I mean, I've dealt with a lot more stresses than most people in their lifetimes and maybe more. But, you know, just the overall stress and frustration that my body goes through, being that I have a heart condition and didn't know it, like I said, it all plays a part.
Okay. So honestly, how do you feel about getting the heart transplant at this age, especially around your birthday? Because you have a birthday coming up on Thursday, right?
This Thursday, the 14th.
Thursday?
Yeah.
Okay. So how do you feel?
I hate this, and I feel, you know, I don't even know what 45 supposed to fucking feel like, but 44, I still feel like me, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's crazy, but, you know, I'm hoping that I get my blessing somewhere around that time. It would be nice to be born again somewhere around about my birthday. You know, they say that when you have a heart transplant, you're actually born again on that day that you receive it.
Wow.
So,
oh, my gosh.
You know, it's basically a second chance at life. You know, who gets second chance? Right. How many second chances you think you got? I mean,
right.
Most people don't get a second chance. Most people don't get a first chance. I got it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm blessed.
Oh. Okay, yeah. So we have 90 seconds left. So is there anything else that you want to say to the listeners out there?
Yeah, I mean, go get yourself checked, man. I mean, you know, live your life to the fullest, but take care of your body. Take care of your health. You only got one life to live. Real talk. It sounds like bullshit. It sounds like a cliche, but do what you do. Live your life. Get money, and just be thankful. You know what I'm saying? You can't let everybody take control of your life. You know, you control your life. You're in control of what you put in your body, how you take care of yourself, and you got to just do the right thing, even though it's something that you don't want to do. I mean, it's real. It sounds like a cliche, but it's real. You have to take better care of yourself. Otherwise, I don't know where I would be if it wasn't for God. So that's basically.
Well, I want to thank you so much for coming on the show. I would love to have you on the show again. So I just really want to thank you again, guys. That's George Washington.
And I'm coming back. After I get my transplant, we're doing another one and another one and another.
Okay, well, that's great. I'm definitely looking forward to having you. And, guys, don't forget to check out D. Sanders' Debate and Switch. And thank you so much, Kevin, for coming on the show.
For sure.